Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you're listening or watching this. Welcome once again to Growing with Funke podcast. We have been talking about the series The Core of Self-Discovery. And in a few weeks back, we've looked at purpose, we've looked at personality, and today we're going to be looking at potentials. What are potentials? Potentials for me would be like a seed that comes in form of just ordinary seed. But then inside of that seed, when planted and nurtured, becomes a giant tree, becomes, a fruitful vine. And that's exactly what potential is even in us. It is a paid forward endowment, gifts, talent that has been deposited inside of us. But then now would be that we would have to, build over it, refine it, ensure that we nurture it into limelight. Potentials are gifts, they are talents, they are abilities, they are the endowments that we naturally carry inside of us, but yet to be fully, maximized, yet to be fully uncovered, yet to be fully utilized, yet to be fully refined. And that is why people always say that the graveyard is the richest place, because in there are potentials that have been laid dormant that was not activated. So every single one of us was never born without a gift, without a talent, without an ability. So when you see others really utilizing their gift, don't be jealous. Don't feel bad about it, or don't make it look as if those ones are lucky. No, what they have done is to take our time to really discover it, nurture it, refine it, put it to work, because potentials are like muscle, right? When you utilize them, they build capacity the more, and the more you utilize them, the more you are able to even maximize it better and fully express it in different areas and different aspects of life. So it is not just about, coming from the place of regret when you see other people maximizing what God has given to them. It's actually sitting and asking yourself, what exactly has been given to me as my own unique gift, as my own unique talent, as my own unique ability, and how do I utilize it? How do I nurture it? How do I refine it? What do I need to do to bring them to life? Which we are going to be discussing. Right. So the thing here is, how do I even understand what potential are? What are my potential? How exactly can I understand, have a great understanding of what my potentials are? So when we talk about potentials, we're talking about inward gifts. When we talk about potentials, we're talking about natural ability. When we talk about potentials, we are talking about what you enjoy doing, what comes to you naturally. So many times people don't really discover this because they don't take out time to really reflect. They don't take out time to sit into themselves to really discover what exactly do I naturally enjoy doing, what exactly do I naturally do without being cajoled to do it, or without feeling bored about it whenever I'm doing it. These are the pointers to your potentials. And when it comes to potential, it requires consistency. Potentials is thrive from the place of consistency. Potential thrive from the place of nurturing. Potential thrive from the place of courage. Potential thrive from the place of alignment. Now let's reflect it back on the seed that I used as a form of potential. When we look at seed cannot just thrive on a bare land or a concrete land or a cemented land, right? Seed will thrive in a soil that is meant for germination, and it's not even all kind of soil. Do you see it? So seed will thrive when you've planted it in a soil, allows it to die and begin to germinate. The more you put water into it, the more you nurture it, the more you refine it, the more you ensure that everything that the nutrients that it requires are given to it, right? And until then, you probably might not see it germinate as fast as you wanted to, or it might die off and not even come to life. And that's exactly how our potentials are. The moment we don't nurture the gifting of God in our lives, the moment we don't refine it, the moment we don't give it its nutrients by building on it, by by making use of it, by exercising it, we would find out that we would either lose it or we would not maximize it to the highest degree that God has placed in us. Now, what are different potentials that we can come across? We have spiritual potentials. Some potentials are inborn, while some potentials are learned. Do we agree? Some potentials comes natural to you, where you just find yourself being able to put one or two things together, and before you know it, you can create things. Some of us are very good with artistics. We can put different coloring together and makes it look so beautiful. Someone like that, what you should be thinking is, okay, how do I then build on that? Because it means you might be very good with creating decorations for events. You might be very good with helping in artistic work for people, drawing people and making it look beautiful and doing it in a very big frame and selling it out there. That is how we build on our natural gifts. And when I say it's also talk about learned potentials, yes, some of us, we have the ability to some potentials can be learned, right? Some of us, we before now never knew how to do maybe video editing, maybe creating content, but we went to school, we went for courses, we went for certification, and now we are able to do it. So these are potential that you were not born with, but you naturally was able to build on it because you learned it, because you went to school to study about it, and you were able to gain mastery over it with time. So potentials can be learned. Potential can also be experimental, right? Sometimes we will just say, okay, let me give it a shot, let me just try bringing two people together, and let's begin to pray, let's begin to hold ourselves accountable, and before you know it, your leadership skills will come out, your leadership potentials will come out, and you see yourself being able to manage people, being able to work with people, you see yourself being able to do other things with people, and that's potential, being bettered from the place of experiment. Right now, how do I then uncover and maximize my potential? How best can I be able to activate this potential in me and to make sure that I utilize it effectively? Now, the first thing is, the moment to uncover your potentials, you have to journal your experience, journal your life, journal your emotions, journal your actions, journal your decisions. What are the things that I do very often? Do a daily auditing of life, whereby you sit into yourself and you ask yourself, what are those things that I really enjoy doing? What are the things that caught my attention every now and then, or that catches my attention every now and then? What are the things that the moment I put my heart to it, I just lost track of time? Write them down, journal them, write them out. And as soon as you write them out, you'll begin to notice a trend of some repetitive things that you do. Sometimes some people might just naturally enjoy teaching. Some people might just naturally enjoy impacting people. So you always find yourself, when people ask you one particular thing, you take forever to explain it to them because you just want them to get it right. Now, it's not like you are talkative. It just means that your potential is that you love to impact people. You love people to thrive. You love to see people thrive. You love people to learn. You love people to know new things. So you always want to give and give and give. That's a potential to nurture and to refine. Thereby, you can turn it into becoming a coach, right? You can turn it into becoming a mentor, a counselor. So that is how potential is first of all covered from the place of journaling, from the place of reflection. Reflect through life. What are those repetitive patterns of activities that I do every now and then? What are the things that I naturally enjoy doing? Some of you naturally enjoy cleaning the house. Why don't you own a cleaning service where you teach other people how to do that? Do you see? Sometimes potential does not come in the form of potential. And because if we don't take time to really reflect and sit into ourselves every now and then, we might miss some of those potential that's been given to us. Because someone that enjoys cleaning the house will never see it as a way of nurturing it to become a business. It will see it as, that's very, very woman, that's, yeah, I'm a woman, so I should be able to clean the house. But my dear, it doesn't come natural to some of us, right? Confession time. Do you see? So these are potential that has been given to you, that if we don't really take time to nurture it, to sit into ourselves about it, we will lose it, because we will feel that it does not really look like it. At the end of the day, when you see a seed of cashew and what cashew would look like, they don't always look like alike, right? Most of the time, seed don't look like its fruits. Do you see? So potentials will not always look like what it is to you, but until you sit down and really write out, what are the things that I enjoy doing? What are the things that come natural to me? What are the things that when other people are doing it, it just gives my heart, my heart just lifts, my belly just jumped, the baby in my belly just jumped, because you love it. That is potential. That is potentials that you see in others, that you feel that it is something you also can do, because you enjoy, because you are happy when people are doing it, because you love it when other people are doing it. So that is all, how we can uncover our potentials. Another thing we could do is to go for learning. If there is something you see other doing, you can learn it as well. You can build a potential from the place of learning. You can sit into a course, sit into a class, and grow, capacity within it, grow knowledge within it. Then you will be able to utilize that, and it becomes a part of potentials that you have built on and that you have carried through. Another way also to activate your potential is to build the right community. Sometimes, like when we talk about the seed, there was something I said about the seed, that the seed requires the right soil. Potentials thrive in some communities of like-minded. When you have communities that have the same mindset, the same desire, the same likes, what you see is that you will thrive so easily, because it then means that people are doing what you are doing, so you don't feel odd, you don't feel like you are doing too much, and it gives you an assurance of wanting to do more. It's kind of like propel you, it kind of like pushes you, to do more, to be more as well, because others are doing that and they are thriving and they are doing so well with it. So your community is another place of activation for potential. So if you are in a community that you see yourself growing every day, thriving and being better every day, then you are in the right community, because that means the community aligns with your values and what you believe of yourself. But if you are in a community where everything about you keeps dying, you no longer see desire in what you want for yourself, please, I beg of you, that is a wrong place to be. You cannot thrive in a community that does not support or nurture the potential that you carry inside of you. Another ways of how we can activate our potential is coaching or mentorship. Yes, sometimes you don't know what you have until you are placed under a teaching, perspective, until your mindset shifts from the place of insights that you get from coaching and from mentorship, and you begin to wonder, is this what I have inside of me that I've not utilized? Do you see? That is the power of mentorship, because they would help you to activate the gifting inside of you. They will help you to see what you cannot even see of yourself. They will put you in alignment to where you ought to be and where you are supposed to be going, and that is how you can activate your potentials. Now, what are the things that can cause a barrier from someone to be able to fully maximize their potential? Number one is fear of failing, fear of what people will say, fear of feeling not good enough. Let all that be over now, because if you don't take fear out of you, you cannot invite courage to move in. And you remember when I said, what are the components of potentials? One of it is courage, believing in yourself. So fear is the antidote of courage. The moment you have fear in you, it will cloud your mind and makes you believe that you are not good for the job and you can't do it, and that is the killer of potentials. Number two is laziness, lack of discipline. You are not able to put the work to work. You know you have this, you know you can do it, but yet you don't find yourself doing it. It is laziness. It is lack of being aware to your why. It is because you don't have a strong why enough to push you to do what you need to do. So laziness is one key thing that can really cut us off and being able to maximize our potential. Number three is comparison. Comparing yourself to others, comparing yourself to every single one around you, feeling like, oh, this person has gone ahead of me, forgetting that person is in chapter 10 of their own life journey and you are still in your chapter 1. So stop comparing. And can I just say it here? Comparison comes from the place of lack of self-aware. When you are not aware of what you carry inside of you, when you don't have full understanding of who you are and the potentials you have in you, you will see yourself compare yourself with others. And that is why you must ensure that you take time to really uncover the core of yourself so that you can fully maximize and come from the place of authenticity and genuineness and not compare, and be thankful for what others are doing. And lastly is misaligned environment. I cannot overemphasize your environment. You are as great as the people that surrounds you. When you have the great people in your midst, you will be able to do great things. You will have low mindset mentality or carnality around you. Things that will come to you will be things of carnality, things of low value. You will not be able to maximize and fully work from the place of a well cultured and cultivated person, right? That is it. You would not be able to fully work in alignment because of the community that we find yourself, because the people around you are constantly pulling your thoughts down, constantly derailing your ability, constantly making you feel less of yourself, constantly making you feel no good about yourself. And that would definitely, impede or navigate your ability to fully maximize your potentials. So now we have talked about purpose, we talked about personality, we talked about potentials. I believe that this has been insightful for you. Next episode, we are going to be talking about your passion. So do not miss it.